The core four of networking. Networking is an essential skill in both business and personal development. In the core four of networking segment, I break down the key practices for building strong, lasting relationships. Do you know about the core four of networking? Can you tell me what they are? I mean, they're right there on the screen. But what I'll do for you is I am going to show you a short clip that explains what the core four of networking are. Here you go. What's up? I'm here with Al to give you guys another networking tip. We've given you 3 so far, and today we're going to give you a 4th. But before we do, let's recap. What's the first thing they got to do, Al?
Show up.
You got to be present and accounted for. What's the second thing?
Be yourself.
You be you, your authentic self, because nobody likes fake people. Not a good look. What's number 3?
Pay attention.
You got to do some active listening. You got to know what's going on. You don't want to stare into somebody's eyes and nod your head thinking about what you got to say next. Pay attention. And now that the recap's done, I think the 4th one's the most important. What do you think, Al?
Oh yeah, there's no point in doing all 3 if you don't do the 4th.
That's right. So why is the 4th so important now?
Because the fortune's in the FU.
What do you mean?
Fortune's in the follow-up.
Ah, that's right. Follow up. Don't have a conversation with somebody, take their business card, and then do nothing. Follow up. Speaking of following up, if you guys would like to hear more networking tips from Al and myself, comment more or yes, please underneath this video. And Al, what are we going to do after they make that comment?
Follow up.
Haha, that's right. See you guys later. All right. So I'll be breaking down the core 4 1 week at a time. Week 1 is all about show up, why simply being present can open doors to success. Week 2, be yourself. Authenticity is the key to forming genuine connections. Week 3, pay attention. The importance of active listening and being fully engaged with others. Week 4, follow up. How to maintain and grow relationships beyond the first meeting. What's the most significant networking hurdle that you have faced, and how'd you tackle it? Or are you still working on it? Please share your biggest networking challenges and how you've addressed them. If you're still working on them, also let us know in the comments below. We can help out. In addition to the exploring the core 4 of networking, this segment will also showcase local members of the networking organizations I'm affiliated with, as well as other businesses and professionals in my network. I'll also provide insights on local events that I attend. In today's segment, we're diving into the core 4 of networking, the simple but powerful steps that can transform how you show up and connect with others. Something a lot of people are lacking these days that when I'm out there networking. This replay will take you behind the scenes at a local Chamber of Commerce networking event. Shout out to Cranberry Country Chamber of Commerce. And I tested some attendees on their knowledge and introduced a framework that could change the way you approach every handshake, coffee chat, and follow-up. So you got to pay attention. Stay tuned. You'll want to take notes on this one. Let's jump in. Let me cue up that video for you. I went to a networking event at the Loon Pond Lodge in Lakeville, Massachusetts, hosted by the Cranberry Country Chamber of Commerce. While I was there, I got some people on camera, and I asked if they could tell me what the core 4 of networking are. Before I show you that footage, though, let's bring out Al Moy from backstage and see if he thinks anyone knows what the core 4 of networking are. So let's go ahead and bring out Al. All right, here we go. Hello, Al. How's it going this evening?
How you doing?
Oh, there we go. I can hear you. Excellent, excellent. Could you please remind the audience of who you are and what you do?
Sure, yeah. My name is Albert Moy. I'm a financial advisor with Edward Jones.
Awesome. So what do you think, Al? Will anyone be able to answer the question, what are the core 4 of networking?
I think they may get 1 or 2 or 3 out, but not the full 4.
Not the full 4. Okay. Well, stand by. Here's that footage.
All right.
All right. Just got here. I'm at the Loon Pond Lodge here in Lakeville, Massachusetts. And I'm about to head into an event hosted by Cranberry Country Chamber of Commerce, of which I'm an ambassador for. As you can see right there on my name tag. And I'm gonna try to get a couple of people on camera and see if they can answer the question, what are the core four of networking? Let's see how this goes. Wow, I'm still walking. I had to park quite a ways away, but here's the long entrance. And like I said, I'm gonna try to get a few people on camera, see if they know what the core four of networking are. Here we go. Wish me luck. I'm here with Brian with Red Ball Promotions. Let's see what goes on, what happens. Brian.
Yes, sir.
Oh, come on close. Come on close. Don't
right.
be shy. All right, here we go. I got a good selfie stick right here in my arm.
There we go.
All right, can you tell me what the core four of networking are?
The core form.
The core four of networking. What are they?
Oh, honestly, I don't know the answer to that, and I do networking all the time, so I'm looking forward to getting educated.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, I'm here with Kevin with Lighthouse Strategic Partners, and I'm going to ask him. How you doing, Kevin?
Great.
All right, Kevin, can you tell me what the core four of networking are?
No.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, now I'm here with Chris from Luca B Signs, and I'm going to ask Chris. Oh, how you doing, Chris?
I'm good, how are you?
Awesome. So, Chris, do you know what the core four of networking are?
I don't.
You don't?
Not anymore.
No? Okay.
I used
thank you.
to.
I mean, in all fairness, Chris hasn't been networking for a while. So this is his first night out at an event for a while. So, but okay, you don't know what the core four of networking are.
I probably know, I just don't remember.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. I'm here with Ann Turpin now. Ann Turpin is a Reiki healer, and how you doing, Ann?
Hi, I'm doing great, thank you.
Awesome. So I wanted to ask you, Ann, do you know what the core four of networking are?
Well, for me, it would be peace, love, light, and being your authentic self.
Peace, love, light, and being your authentic self.
Yes.
That's awesome. Thank you, Ann.
Thank you.
All right. So, wait, speaking of Ann Turpin, I got a comment here. Ann must be watching. She knew that, I think she knew this was going to come on. She says hi. Hi, Ann. Thank you for doing that, by the way, Ann. All right. So, Ann Turpin, she got one of them. So, you're right, Al. No one really got them. I mean, nobody I asked knew the answer. I wonder if anyone we ask in the future will be able to answer correctly. You know, how important would you say the core four of networking are, Al?
I think it's one of the things, if somebody doesn't know how to do network, that's one of the first things to follow with is if you don't know where to start, here's where you start. And these are just 4 simple rules. They're not hard to do. You just have to remember them. When you go networking, show up, be yourself. That's it's almost like once you follow through with everything else, and it all works, it all comes together.
Exactly. So what's going to happen is, it's a good thing. Starting next week, I'll be breaking down the core four 1 week at a time. And, like you mentioned, the first 2, right? Show up, be yourself. So week 1, we'll be discussing showing up, why simply being present can open doors for success. People don't realize that. And then week 2, be yourself. Authenticity is the key to forming genuine relationships and connections. Very important. And week 3, we'll talk about paying attention, the importance of active listening and being fully engaged with others so you know what's going on. And then, which is very important for the fourth pillar, or I'm sorry, the fourth thing, which is follow up. how to maintain and grow relationships beyond the first meeting, after you take their business card. What happens after that, that sort of thing. But I want to know from you at home, what's the most significant networking hurdle you have faced, and how did you tackle it, or are you still working on it? Please share your biggest networking challenges and how you've addressed them in the comments below. And also, if you'd like to be a guest on the show to discuss your story in more depth, please get in touch. I'd be happy to have you. Al, what's the best way for someone in the audience to contact you?
Excuse me. The best way they would be able to contact me is through my email. They can contact me at albert.moy, that's MUI, at edwardjones.com.
Awesome. So Al, I think when we get out to some of these networking events and we cross paths, because we do quite a few times, we need to start acting some of these out or something. You had mentioned that to me. I think that's an awesome idea, Al, is to kind of act some out just to get the point across to people, and we'll ask some more people too. How's that sound, Al? I like your idea of that.
Yeah, that sounds good. I think a lot of time, even though we talked about it, but then I know there's some people who say, okay, you said, to show up, okay, be yourself,
Pay attention,
listen, so the thing is, well, what do you do? How do you do it? So we're going to do like a little, I would say little skits or when we are networking and show you what to do and what not to do, So I think that's going to show some people say, this is what, you're not supposed to do at a networking, and then just a fun skit here and there, so that way people can see, oh, okay, now I understand what they're talking about.
I love that. A little bit of edutainment.
Right.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that with you. I'll tell everyone a quick story. Back when I first started in commercial real estate and networking and whatnot, I actually didn't have a car right when I first started, and I carpooled with Al to a networking event down to the old grist mill, and it was young professionals or something like that. And on the way down, Al was telling me his passion for networking and wanting to educate people on that and how to do it properly, because so many people go about it the wrong way, and they just show up to places and meet people and they're winging it and they're not really getting anything out of it. And Al, and his experience, and I'm sure you'll hear more of it later on in future episodes, but Al and myself, but he's so many things has happened because of taking advantage of networking efficiently and correctly, especially like using these core four. And we do have a comment here. Paul Medeiros, the CEO of Easter Seals, Massachusetts here. Paul says, does showing up for the podcast count? It does, Paul. What do you think, Al? You think so, Al? You think it counts?
I would say, yeah, we'll give him credit for that.
Yeah. All right, Paul, that'll work. We'll have to get Paul on one time. Maybe Paul will be our next guest. We'll talk about showing up with Paul or something. We'll try to coordinate something. Thanks for the comment, Paul. Appreciate it. But all right, yeah, Al, I think we should do that. I think you had an awesome idea, and I'm game. But anyway, like I was saying, Al has always had a passion for networking and wanting to educate people on doing it right. I think it hurts him now. It hurts me now after listening to Al, but I'm sure it hurts him for him to see people not network correctly. But anyhow, now it's becoming a reality. So here we are. So thanks for joining me tonight, Al. And again, look for Al on future episodes too, as well as in the field too. But no, thanks, Al. I appreciate you. All right, I'm gonna put Al backstage, unless you have something else to say about it, Al, before next week. Anything to say?
No, just if you have any questions, always reach out to Jason or myself. And if there's something you want to say, well, I did this at networking. I don't think it was right. There's no right way. There's no wrong way, but there's only one way, which is your way. So
yeah, we'll help you out. Awesome. Thanks, Al. I appreciate you, man. All right, I'm going to put Al backstage and we will continue. Make sure my mic's on. And there you have it. The core 4 of networking. Show up, be yourself, pay attention, and follow up. So if I ask you, all right, that was the late October of 2024 replay of the core 4 of networking segment. That's when Al and I came on and originally explained what the core 4 are. These aren't just tips. They're the foundation for building meaningful relationships that lead to real opportunities. Big thanks to Almoy for joining us and to everyone I connected with at the Lakeville event back then. Still in connection with all those people. If you've got a great networking story or a challenge that you're still navigating, drop it in the comments or reach out to be a guest on the show, and we'll work it out together. And remember, there's no wrong way to network, but there is your way, just like Al said. Use these 4 steps to make it intentional. And if you found value in this replay, make sure you stick with us for future episodes of Keeping It Real. Next Monday is week 2, so the topic will be yourself. Authenticity is the key to forming genuine connections. Until then, show up, be yourself, and most of all, follow up. And keep building the relationships that move your business forward. If you got a story to share and you want to be a guest on the show, reach out. I'd love to have you on. Seriously, let's do this. And if you catch me at a networking event and, I ask you what the core 4 of networking are, you should get a couple of them. But don't hesitate to pull me aside and let's make some on-camera magic happen. We'll get that shot.